is incredibly important to this MMO. Alright, so now we're in the Darkness War, and you can see there's some crazy stuff going on down there. There's this void, this look into something sinister beyond, and this is a foreshadowing of stuff that you'll see later in the game as well, and also earlier in the game actually. So these are mines, and there's a lot of really interesting dungeon and boss battle mechanics in the secret world. And right here, we need to kill off these Mayans, and when we kill one, you'll see that their soul leaves their body and it flies off into the void beyond, feeding a greater evil that lies beneath.
And of course, you might not have noticed, but we actually switched builds again. We switched to a Chaos Magic and Assault Rifle build. So in this build, we're trying to focus our techniques around doing burst damage. So we have our Chaos Magic and we're dual wielding with our Assault Rifle, which we can switch at will when we're playing the game. And of course, in combat, we actually can cast spells while we're moving. You don't have to be stationary in the secret world. You can move around your targets. You know, you can do all different types of crazy moves and you know, burn them up with fire spells, or you know, using Chaos Magic to rip them apart.
I'm going back to the boss mechanics. I think one of my favorite bosses in the secret world is a dungeon called the Polaris, that great super tanker off the coast of New England. And at the end there, when you're fighting this gigantic Cthulhu-like boss, he goes into a sort of a state where if he sees you, you die instantly. And as a player, you have to run around and hide behind rocks. And when you're playing this in game, it's absolutely fantastic. Having to run around so the boss doesn't see you.
Alright, so to talk a little bit more about abilities. When you're fighting monsters, for example, most of you have builders and consumers. And what a builder does when you're attacking, you're building up pips on the actual target. And then you use your consumer to consume those resources and do things like extra damage or extra healing, a more critical rating.
Alright, so we're about to kill the last lion. There we go. All the lions are dead. But something greater, evil stirs.
Oh Lord.
The Hound of the Nameless Days. One of the many epic boss encounters in the secret world. And if you want to see more of this,